I believe that his tenacity is sealed within this statue.
Before we fought Nikador, we also released it from the stone statue.
Honor, courage, tenacity, sacrifice.
And finally, the only thing that remains is reason.
Cheer up, young lady. There is no need to shed tears over a glorious death.
All farewells in this world are so...
No, young lady. As a warrior, I have witnessed too many bitter deaths. But now, all I feel is peace. I did not know until this moment that mortals could live their lives in such a way.
Although only a sliver of your soul remains, you remain so optimistic. Or maybe the truth is that you aren't able to feel sorrow anymore.
To be honest, I don't know either. But I am certain of one thing. This is not an acceptance of death nor apathy toward it. It's not even a feeling of despair. I am just enjoying what remains of my life to the fullest.
Enjoying?
Indeed. Along this journey that we've taken together, not only have I changed the world, I myself have also changed in the process. And now I have reached the journey's end. When I look back and see the grand epic that I've personally written, how could I not revel in that fact?
But when you depart the mortal realm, won't all of your accomplishments be reduced to nothing? Separation and death are two sides of the same coin. Reconciling this doesn't come easily for a mortal.
Finally, let me recount to you a story of mine, young lady. The first time I returned from the battlefield, I felt extremely hollow. The calamity had devoured everybody on the battlefield but me. When I returned to the city alone, the citizens held a banquet for me that was far from pleasant. I felt as though I was still on the battlefield, and the person who had returned was nothing but an empty shell. It was late into the night by the time the banquet ended. My head still reeling, I returned alone to the barracks. On the way back, I encountered someone. It was a crazed scholar looking at the night sky and muttering to himself by the side of the road. Although I tripped over him and fell, I wasn't angry in the slightest. And maybe because I saw myself in him, I inexplicably asked him a question. Do you think that it'd be better if we just died on the roadside like a couple of stray dogs? To my surprise, he shrugged his shoulders and sighed.
How does someone who is currently experiencing death, dying and living, afford the same amount of bliss? Now please, go away and don't block my starlight.
Are you trying to say that there is no difference between living and dying? For they are both journeys that lead toward death?
That's exactly what life is, and death is, but a scale to measure how valuable the journey was. Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust. Therefore, young lady, don't detest your fate. Instead, willingly and respectfully embrace it.
The embodiment of strife telling me about the majesty of the world.
Indeed. I believe that when the fated moment eventually arrives, you will be able to understand my words. It is time for me to knock on death's door. I will set up a long table at the end of the road and humbly await your arrival. When that moment finally comes, let us drink and be merry then.
I knew this day would eventually come.
Are the both of you ready?
Polixia, I'm here. What?
This is quite interesting indeed.
Is this Polixia's sister? Is it me? Now, it's time for us to fulfill our promises. Are you afraid? What are you afraid of?
That I won't be able to do it.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold in the prophecy, and according to our vows, once it all ends, we must face our fated moment head-on.
Even if it was prophesied, do we have no say in the matter? It's so unfair. Why are we the only ones who are forced into mutual destruction? Let me do it, sister. Let me be death's sacrifice. I was never long for this world anyway. But you're different. I was the one who wasted your life after all.
You're wrong, Polixia. I don't think that my life was wasted. Just the opposite. When I finally arrived at this destination and looked back at the journey I took, I discovered that flowers had long since bloomed along the path I walked. It was you who sowed the seeds for this sea of flowers, one that is more beautiful than the promised land at the end of the world. Besides, I have lived a fulfilling life. Even though I was fated for sacrifice, none of the things that I've experienced will dissipate. Instead, they'll forever live on as memories inside your head.
How could my memories of you ever compare to the actual you?
Well then, tell me, what exactly are we?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But regardless of what the answer is, regardless of how we're shaped by others, or even by this world, ever since we were born, the fact that we existed was predestined, and nothing could erase it. This is why I will always, always be by your side. We're twins, after all. All right, my dear Polixia. It's time to extract my heart and light the flame of death. After that, use it to plant the first bud in the prophesied new world.
If I imparted my knowledge of the art of alchemy to you, Would you use it to resurrect someone you loved?
Death is inevitable. In the days to come, I am certain that someone whom I cherish deeply will leave me for good. If such a mighty power really existed, I think I would use it without hesitation. Even now, my answer remains the same. This is why, sister, I promise you, in the prophesized new world, I shall plant the first bud on your behalf. Go now. Return to the ocean god's treasured pearl, our hometown. I shall open wide the entrance to the nether realm and grant you a second life. The living beings on this earth shall respond to my call and lead you to the sacred daylight. Remember, do not look back on the land of the dead, and do not stop moving. In the new world promised by the prophecy, march toward your new life. As for the price of our equivalent exchange, let me be the one to pay it.
Everybody, we've come to the end. Unfortunately, I am not compatible with the Supreme Being, so I was unable to completely fuse their soul into my own body. However, being able to glean all this from them is exciting enough. I'm certain of this now. Before the Titans that we are well acquainted with were born, a group of heroes roamed the land. These heroes followed a prophecy and took possession of divine authorities one by one, until they eventually became the pantheon of the new world. Just like the flame chase journey of today, Amphorius's history is cyclical in nature.
What a startling revelation. This means that the demigods, who bear the core flames, will also become the new Titans at the world's end, thereby shaping a new world?
I believe that this is the truth behind the Era Nova as mentioned in the prophecy.
This is utterly unbelievable. Besides, those twins in the past, even if they really are Thanatos, their whereabouts are still unknown even today.
Are their whereabouts truly unknown? Didn't Polixia mention that seaside town, the birthplace of alchemy and the tale of the dragon? In our world, there exists a city which perfectly matches that description. Styxia.
But the people there worship Fagusa and bear no relation to Thanatos. I have also never been to that place, as in the time of Idonia, it had long turned into underwater ruins.
Take this.
This is...
the new Sporist masterpiece, the Philosopher's Stone. It was made by transmuting all of the sage's wisdom into a single entity, with their flesh and blood as its foundation. Remember, I've mentioned before that the art of alchemy is all about conversion, tempering, and ascension. This process also applies to the pursuit of truth. Regardless of how unbelievable this sounds, the truths of the world have been refined from the impurities. Think about the story of the dragon. This stone will lead you to your real hometown, allowing you to reform the door to the nether realm and discover Thanatos' fate.
You still look as confident in your victory as ever. But what if your conjecture is wrong?
Simple. I shall merely admit to the entire world that my experiment was a failure. However, my line of thinking will not fail, because I have already planted the seeds of doubt into the hearts of the masses. Actions speak louder than words, Castoris. With the assembly about to begin, don't forget the promise you've made.
I've already searched for so long. I'm willing to try one more time. While we converse, his life is also slowly slipping away. But before I leave, I have another question. What exactly did we witness just now?
That was the world imprinted in Kefali's soul. If we are to prove its existence, you must take the final step. Go. Do not disappoint me.
I understand.
Hey, child of humanity.
Don't get antsy. I still remember the question you posed to me. As a scholar, I do not wish to offer up ambiguous conclusions. Let's discuss this topic again when she manages to find the evidence.
I merely wanted to ask, was that stone transmuted from your heart? If so, rebirth is no longer an option for you.
Why not? When I was a child, I lost someone dear to me. When I was a teenager, I lost my faith. A while back, although you saved my life, I also lost my soul in the process. Now I'm merely forsaking my body. What's the big deal?
Why are you always finding ways to die? Isn't it good to be alive?
This is but a necessary sacrifice on my path to transform into the purest of them all.
Can someone who's dead even claim to be the purest of them all? Furthermore, if your hypothesis is proven correct, does it not just confirm that the myths are true, and thereby invalidate all your theories?
No, it's just the opposite. If my hypothesis is correct, it means that I can actually ascend to godhood and reshape this absurd world that you all have created.
That's a lot to take in at once.
Lady Aglaya, please, let me explain.
Go on.
You know that the core flame of death has always been the greatest unknown regarding the Era Nova, which is why both you and Kainis desire to gain the power to control that core flame in the approaching Citizens' Assembly. Professor Anaxa has come to a consensus with Kainis. They want to suspend the trial once Thanatos' core flame is reclaimed, hoping thus to eradicate death from this world. If they're successful, then the flame chase journey will cease, and Akama can enjoy. But I know this runs counter to your wishes. So long as we do not usher in Era Nova, the Black Tide will never be eradicated. Even with Lord Mighty on the front line, and the Black Tide not posing an immediate risk, the danger nevertheless remains. Honestly, it's difficult for me to assess the pros and cons in this decision. But someone must bring the core flame before we can begin negotiations over it. The Titan could be very near. I cannot let this chance slip by. Besides, someone has to make this trip to bring back Mr. Soul.
Well said. You already had every reason to seek an audience with Thanatos. It's that great performer who has weaponized your wishes and placed us in this difficult situation. A world without death. Do you desire that too?
If fate dictates that my path must oppose yours, I will do all I can to resist it and protect what I aspire to achieve. Lord Mighty showed me that without taking the first step, all talk of what follows is moot.
I have always hoped to hear you speak your mind, Cass. And I am glad to have heard your true thoughts. Styxia. I visited that place in the past. Though it is now an island surrounded by the river of Soul's torrents, it's not hard to see its former splendor. Go. I will not stand in your way. As for you, you are someone who has cheated death. I believe you have more than enough reason to make the trip with Casterus and meet the god of death himself. Casterus, I too look forward to your journey. I wonder what kinds of new interpretations your completed story will bring to the Flame Chase journey.
Thank you, Lady Aklaya.
I hate to put a damper on this heartwarming moment, but if Styxia is now an island surrounded by the river of Soul's torrents, then how do we find a way in? Lady Treby is probably...
The answer is quite simple. In the Myths, Zagreus once made the domain of the dead their treasure vault. That is to say, they could enter and leave the Netherrealm as they pleased. And if they could do that, then it follows that the demigod who inherited their divinity must be capable of the same. I'll see you at Marmorial Palace at Action Hour tomorrow. Cypher shall be your guide to finding that ancient city.
To see if I could find a way to solve your problem. Let's see. I still have only 32 books to go. Really? Oh, that's fantastic news. I knew it. Hard work always pays off. Especially if you're as diligent as ma'am. I feel like a huge burden has finally been lifted off my shoulders. Why are my eyelids so heavy all of a sudden? You're right. Then I'll go back to... Cass? What a surprise.
Lady Treby.
Is something troubling you?
I just wanted to speak to Lady Trian for a bit before I set off. No matter how breathtakingly beautiful Styxia once was, the place is now the domain of the departed. There is no telling what we'll encounter there. I don't want to have any regrets.
Has anyone told you that your eyes are sparkling today?
Is that a figure of speech?
In the past, when you did smile once in a while, all of us could see that your heart remained troubled even as you smiled.
Lady Treby, you know perfectly well that see you tomorrow is nothing but a white lie. I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely heart.
Cass, you hardly ever talked of your past. None of us knows what you went through, apart from Maggie. But we know it must have been filled with pain and hardships, as it is the fate every Chrysosaur is destined to live out. We are just happy for you that the core flame you're meant to inherit has finally surfaced.
Isn't it a little too soon to say that?
But you already know where tomorrow is, don't you? There is no need to rely on anyone else. Just give it your all and leave no regrets. We have always believed that your embrace is just as warm as everyone else's. Because we embrace others to comfort them. And Cass, you're the kindest Chrysosaur we know.
Thank you, Lady Treby. This feeling... it's hard to put into words. I suddenly found myself with so many wishes. So much I want to accomplish before setting off.
Then go do it, Cass. Trian was actually working on a surprise gift for you. It's a pity she didn't get to finish it. But now Trinan and I are working on it, and we'll make sure to give it to you. So, let's meet back here when you return from Styxia. Safe travels. See you tomorrow!
It's me. I hope I didn't wake you. Huh? No. I'm here because of private matters, actually. If it isn't too much to ask, I'd really like it if you could come along with me to retrieve something. Aren't you going to ask me what it is? It isn't a long way from here. Shall we?
I'd love to go in and take a look. Have you heard? Seems like all the rooms are full.
Faith can dispel the black tide.
The streets are packed. It seems the vote to pause the flame chase journey has begun.
I want to vote! Tell me how I can vote!
Take your ceramic shard engraved with the Kefali rune, select the Council of Elders in your heart, and pray silently until the shard registers your choice. Then toss it into the Dolium.
The Council of Elders? More like the Council of Buffoons! The Black Tide took my hometown long ago! Who are they kidding with bringing back Erechrysia? It's all a sham to create their own Erechrysia in Akama!
The Titans are just. So long as we do not overstep our bounds again, we will not incur divine wrath.
Oh, please. The time when these deranged Titans should have vacated their spot to the demigods is long overdue. You'll see soon enough, you old fogey.
And I pray that Talanton smacks some sense into you with their scales. We shall see how this turns out.
That was quite a spectacle. I suppose peaceful is technically correct if no actual violence happened. To this day, I still find it almost unreal that Akama is the only place illuminated by light amidst the crumbling ruins of Amphorius. And its people are even holding votes to reconcile differing opinions. This peaceful sight is making me forget that this is the end times. Before coming here, I had lived for many years in Idonia, a city of rime and frost. The people there were devotees of Thanatos, and were well known for their unique burial rites and traditions. Traditions that I played a major role in. Yes. You now know me as the Mortician of Akama.
But back in those days, I was Idonia's maiden of war. I was trudging across the frosty plains on my own when the Idonians found me. They saw the curse in me as a blessing from Thanatos, and believed that my hands could correct the Erechrysia's mistake and lead them to meet the great god of death. They provided me shelter, but in return, I was expected to grant merciful deaths to war captives, prisoners bound for execution, and heroes alike. Yes. No matter how kind or cruel the means, nothing can change the essence of death. Taking away someone's life is never worthy of religious worship. I can't do it. Their voices, they pierce my ears. The pleading, the thanks.
I know that feeling, child. I was once as lost as you are now. But you must respect those walking towards death. Just like how you should respect yourself as the Holy Maiden granting humans glory and liberation.
What you're asking me to do is no better than the task of an executioner. And yet you want me to respect myself. No matter the titles, I am still taking away human lives.
This won't be the first time that Edonia's fanatical nether warriors have faced death. On the contrary, recruits new to the battlefield often run away from their first fight. Death is the mightiest and gravest power in this world. The fact that you can wield it means you are deserving of respect.
That's such a twisted reason.
Then let me tell you a story. In Idonia, the great swords commonly used by executioners are called Draconian, in memory of Drakon, an elderly executioner. The sword has 3 air holes along its body. If the sword is swung down swiftly and accurately, the holes would make no sound, and the executed would also depart this world quickly and painlessly. But should the executioner have any hesitation, the holes would produce a piercing whistle. On that cue, the screams of the executed are sure to follow. Every executioner after Drakon is to hone their sword skills every day in preparation of future executions. Every swing of their blade must be more resolute than the last, for failing to do so will bring pain. Pain for the dying, as well as pain for themselves.
No. I can never get used to this.
You misunderstand, child. I am not telling you to get used to it. I'm asking you to consider the source of the dead's suffering and use that knowledge to fortify your future touches with more and more determination. Go, walk with the dead and love them as you love life. Then you'll no longer hear those noises.
Please, don't kill me. I don't want to die.
This is your duty. Remember, consider the source of the dead's suffering, then give them the respect they deserve.
Thank you. I beg you, don't listen to her.
If you cannot learn to accept death, then Idonia has no place for you. This is your last chance. Do it.
Please, I don't want to die. Please, I'm begging you. No!
May you gain some insights through his sacrifice.
Is this all?
No. Come with me. This is just the beginning of your life as the Maiden of War.
You executioner! Holy Maiden!
Go.
Thank you.
Do it then.
Embrace a new life. I only wish that death may protect us.
Do it then.
Monster!
Executioner.
You heard him.
I curse you to live in eternal pain.
Emerge from your cocoon. May death protect us! Why? Please, grant me release. When will this ever end? What are you trying to do with me?
I have aged. The time has come for me to heed the summons of Thanatos and journey to their domain. The final resting place of every Idonian.
You're not that old yet. You still have many, many years ahead of you.
No. I'm already dead. For I have come to fear my declining health and impending death. Ah, Castorus. Will you give me one last chance to charge towards fear and prove that I am no coward?
I can't take this anymore!
Child, it was I who brought you here from the frosty plains and set your farcical fate in motion. It was also I, Chief Executioner of Idonia, who forced the heavy duty of executing others onto you. I've always known that you have doubts and even anger about my faith and about me.
I never had a choice.
Indeed. We essentially abducted you. Yet you can end any sinful life with just a touch of your fingers. Shouldn't it be easy for you to escape from here?
I'll never do that. It doesn't matter how lightly the Idonians take death, or how readily they accept it. I simply can't do it.
I knew I was right about you.
What do you mean?
I've taught you and cared for you as my own daughter all this time because of this blessing that's been with you since your birth. I know no one else in the world would understand the weight of life and death more than you do. In the eyes of an Idonian, death is the end of all life, a destination we will all eventually reach. Humans should not resist it, but learn how to face it. You can only live your life to the fullest after understanding this principle. And when you do, even if you eventually leave Idonia's protection, even if you must carry the curse forever, you can live with your head held high like everyone else.
No! How can I?
Come now. It's time. I've already taught you all that I know. Show me that you are a fitting holy maiden, or at least that you possess the resolve to become one. Come now. It's time. I've already taught you all that I know. Show me that you are a fitting holy maiden, or at least that you possess the resolve to become one.
Emerge from your cocoon.
May death protect us! Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. To travel far.
Please cherish this time as you wish. Root here. Embrace a new life. This was the last time I followed her command. I gently touched the elderly woman before me. The executioner, who had seen too much death, died the same way as everyone else. I gasped for air, a wistful look in her eyes, and a barely perceptible tremor in her fingertips. Elder Amunet, the person who tried to teach me about death, ultimately vanished like dew in the morning mist. She spent her life embodying the beliefs of the Idonians, and when death finally came, she embraced it exactly as their doctrine had taught. I have nothing but respect for her. I erected a cenotaph in her honor in the marshes outside Idonia's city walls with the others I had laid to rest. Then, I set out once more in search of Thanatos. It was a long, long journey. I heard so many discussions about death along the way. Life finds meaning in death. The world improves because there is an end. It seems the most terrible darkness in this world. Everyone talks about its heavy weight. Some resist it, some worship it, and some even revere it. How did a disappeared titan become the deepest fear of humankind? And why do they haunt my dreams? I continued my travels to seek an answer. Initially, I was running away. Then, I started searching for it. And now, at the end, I just want to know if my touch, if my embrace, can do more than taking things away. Can I make anything? Can I leave anything behind?
I don't want to die. Please, I'm begging you, just let me go. I don't want to die, please. I don't want mercy like this. Just let me go, Indian. I don't...
I hate these icy hands.
Embrace death. Walk alongside it.
that you, Castorus? All of them have gone, heeding death's summon, crossing into their domain. I must go too. I don't fear it, just I have some regrets. Watching people leave this world again and again, it must be lonely for you. You must want to desperately embrace them before they go.
I can't. These hands, they're too cold.
But Big Sister Castorus, your hands are so warm. Just like anyone else's. So go on. Don't hold back.
Give me a warm hug.
Can hands like these really be warm? On the day that Oryx's trial ended, you must have had many questions. I felt just as confused. Why, as someone from beyond the sky, were you so cruelly dragged into Amphorius's fate? I wished I could take action, but no matter how hard I try, I cannot simply interact with the living as ordinary people do, even when we brushed against each other unintentionally in the grove. And it was obvious that nothing had happened. When an almost unattainable hope finally welled up in my heart, when I thought that perhaps my touch would no longer bring sorrow, fate declared to me, it wasn't that the curse of death had finally been lifted, but that your soul no longer belonged to this world. And there was nothing left for my hands to take. Nothing. And did I really think this time would be any different? It's not that I don't understand this reality, just that I'm unwilling to accept it. Having walked such a long road, I am still unable to find the answer to life and death. I am resigned to eternal despair. Anything I wish to hold on to, death will inevitably wrest from my grasp. From that moment on, I lacked the courage to confirm it again. Until Oryx laid bare the cruel truth before us. But now, perhaps I might have one last chance. Long ago, Trinan read a prophecy to me. At the end of the Sea of Flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. I found no surprise in it, for her words sounded not like a foretelling, but a perfect reflection of my past. Embraces in this world are born of reunions, yet my touch speaks only of farewells. In that moment, I had no doubt that this destiny would weave itself through the entirety of my life. And yet, things have taken a turn for the better. Now that I can finally have an audience with Thanatos, perhaps I can rewrite the meaning of that fated prophecy. I have no reason not to give it my all, for your sake, and for my own. With that, I won't have any regrets. Let's put that aside for the moment. We've arrived. I want to retrieve a small gift I specially prepared for you. I made it myself, like the trinket I gave Lady Trianne. I want to leave something for everyone, if possible. The journey to seek an audience with the Death Titan cannot be an easy one. I want to make full use of every moment I have before we depart, so that I don't have any regrets. No, it isn't. You'll know when you see it. Look, it's right there. Huh? Where did it go? What's going on? Some corrupt grown-up. What's this? The coin of Zagreus and a slate. So it's her. No doubt about it. This is her favorite symbol. It's a lady's cipher, the demigod of Zagreus whom Lady Aglaia had spoken of. She's a master thief who's left legendary tales all over Amphorius. So many years have passed, yet she's still announcing herself in such a crass manner. Let's just do as the slate says and look for Lady Cipher. It's right there. We must pursue her. This is a trick she left for us. She's incorrigible. Follow me. This is how it should be. We must pursue her. Lady Cypher, please come on out.
You're still careless as ever. Shouldn't you keep such a precious gift near your bosom?
Since you know it's a gift for someone else, please give it back to me. Stop hiding among the people and letting the wind carry your voice.
Now, since I know it's a gift, that just means I need to milk its worth. The children of the wind never stay for long in one place. Unless your offer is tempting enough to steal the wind. What say you?
Name your price. I'll give you however much you want. What's wrong?
No wonder they call you Princess Homebody. Why don't you two come over to my place? You'll make a better venue for proper business discussions. You can find where I live through the winds I've sown. Right.
Piece of cake. I can do that even if I can only sense your soul.
All right, I'll see you there. Oh, by the way, everyone cool with me collecting a deposit before we reach an agreement, right? Now, come this way.
She's incorrigible. Follow me. Here we are.
Over here! Over here! No, not that way! This way! Come on. If I really wanted to hide, you'd never find me. So relax, you two. No need to get your hackles up. I'm not that scary, am I? Meow. No way. Some people might have been into that a millennium ago, but it's long since gone out of style. Loosen up, buddy. Shall we get down to business?
Give me the jewelry piece first, or everything's off the table.
The materials are nothing to wow at, but the workmanship is superb, as always. You're still skilled as ever, even after all this time. And you've put a lot of heart into this one.
Mind your own business.
Oh, come now. Don't be so upset. Relax. Relax. Look, isn't the view here just great? You can see what everyone is doing and where they're going, and they won't even know you're here. Now that we've broken the ice, let's get to the point. Everything I've said so far has been a joke. I'm inviting you two here for 3 things. 1, the seamstress found me and wants me to take you to Styxia to look for the Death Titan. 2, the Council of Elders also found me and wants me to make sure the core flame of Thanatos ends up in their hands. Gold Weaver, control freak, #1 beauty of Akama, Aglaya the mom. How many more nicknames do you want to hear? And last but not least, I'm telling you that I'm not interested in doing either of those things. Don't go look for the Death Titan. The end. Whoa, this is some high-quality stuff, and this room is full of it. How much are these worth, Did you get all this through that Aranova gimmick?
Some of it is family fortune, while the rest came from my business as a dressmaster. Don't liken the flame chase work to your shady dealings.
Wow, I should have busted down your door instead of going around like a thief. Well, spill. Why are you giving me so much money?
Payment for doing work. You're worth this much.
Did you forget my stance to all this? I thought I made myself very clear.
You wish to run away. Run away from your responsibilities, from the prophecy, and from your destiny. You shall walk with greed and die over petty change. I understand this prophecy weighs on you immensely. That is why I have never approached the demigod of trickery for running away. But I need you right now, so don't turn me down.
You know, maybe the gods got your tongue with their golden threads, Aglaya. I'm not hearing any sincerity in your words. Give me a reason why you're bowing your noble head to me.
We lost Trian.
Oh.
The divine power of passages is running out. I need another demigod to escort Castoris and help her fulfill her lifelong wish.
Oh, I get it now. You're sending Castoris to her death. And you want me to die with her.
This is Castoris's own request. I have never seen her so determined.
She brought this up herself? You're not pulling my leg.
She's also made up her mind to leave her confused past behind. As will you, Cypher, when you finally make up your mind.
Don't be so sure. Time is hard in the likes of you and I. But Castoris remains pure as driven snow. She can always turn back before the end, you know? Maybe she'll remember Trian's sacrifice. Maybe she'll remember the countless martyred Chrysos heirs. Maybe she'll remember you, with your one foot in the grave. I ain't as optimistic as you about what she'll want to do. Tell you what, why don't I take this room of treasures as a security deposit, and we make a bet?
Go on.
I bet she'll change her mind and turn back. Now, if I lose, I'll do what you want me to do. Return this deposit to you, plus giving you another room full of treasures. How does that sound?
You sound like you have all the confidence in the world. In that case, let's make a pact with those conditions. I hope you're prepared to lose it all.
In conclusion, I want to win. So I hope you two can give up on going to Styxia. I'll give all the treasures in that room to you. And you can split it between yourselves, however you want. What do you think? Tempting, right?
I decline. If we don't find the Death Titan, his soul will...
Oh?
I can't go into the details, but we have to go to Styxia.
I really don't get how. Princess, homebuddy, you keep talking about needing to find Thanatos, about getting rid of your curse, and you don't care about anything else. But did you ever live for your own pleasure? Even for just one day?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying, contrary to your beliefs, Aglaia didn't take you in just so you can die for her Aranova.
The flame chase journey walks hand in hand with sacrifices. Isn't that why you're always running away from Lady Aglaia?
Fine. Never mind. We all have our own problems. I ain't gonna say anything anymore. It's not like I was gonna honor that bet anyway. But listen to me. Styxia is no tourist destination. Sure, the treasures buried in there are 10, no, 50 times richer than Aglaia's vault. Yet, I've never been there. And I never plan to. Because even a demigod can't be sure they can walk out of that place alive. And now I'm supposed to escort you to Styxia. Sure. Pay up. Her payment was in gold and precious stones, which only covers the living passenger. You need to pay me as a member of the dead.
I don't like this. However, I have lived a longer life than most people. Though I'm not as good at doing business as Lady Aglaia, I still have some savings. I can give them all to you.
Then how are you going to live the rest of your life?
Then I'll give you 90. No, 80%.
Well, don't mind if I do. 80% of Castrus's savings and a bottle of dew of divine blood. Not a bad trade. I'm so scared. Can you even catch my tail? Here! Catch.
Be careful with that.
A minor change in plans, though. Don't go to the bath tomorrow. Come look for me at Akama's city gates instead.
So, why are you changing the meeting place?
Oh, nothing really. Just a bit scared of the seamstress's frosty face. I wouldn't stay a second longer in Akama if it were up to me. Well, now that we've struck a deal, why don't I give you guys a lift back? It's gonna be a long ride. So have a good rest.
Nice.
Just the weather for farewells.
You're here.
Totally. The trio team is the best set up to reach the finals. No need, I already told her. She's fine with it. You sure know how to put me in a spot, Casterus. I need to travel with you, but I can't touch you. What a bother.
Sorry.
Aw, I was just teasing. Don't take it to heart. Did you know that the legends say you have to put an obol into the mouth of the dead or over their eyes if you want them to successfully cross the River of Souls and enter the Netherrealm? That's the fairy fare for entering the Netherrealm. However, I honestly won't ask you to pay this time. I'll pay. And then we'll just have to go through the motions.
Don't worry. It's not a lot.
All right, pass me the coin. It's time to get the gods' powers going. A fleet-footed trip to the Netherrealm. Here we come. Oh, one last thing before we go. I gotta give you this piece of advice. Especially to you, Princess Homebody. You can't catch the wind by waiting. You only live once. So make the most of every moment you have. Get ready. Be steady. Hi, your turn. Don't be nervous. After all, it'll be gone in the blink of an eye. All done. Bye-bye.
Are you feeling all right? She's the demigod of trickery. When she flips the coin of whimsy into the air, she gains incredible speed that lets her travel anywhere in an instant. Just like how she clearly had no intention of lingering here for even a second longer. We can only depend on ourselves for the rest of the way.
Don't worry. Mem's here to help. Being cute isn't my only forte. I'm strong, too.
This is Styxia, the city of dragons and waves. Anaxa hypothesizes that the missing Thanatos is somewhere in these ruins. This is the land of their birth. Or perhaps of their death. Anaxa had used a secret alchemical art to temporarily fuse his soul with Circe's and Kephae. And when he was on the verge of death, he was pulled by Thanatos and caught a glimpse of the flowing river of souls. This alchemy, considered a sacrilegious act, might actually make the souls of mortals and titans attract each other. Even though Thanatos has been missing for 1,000 years, and even their followers haven't been able to find them, perhaps that special attraction could summon them here.
Oh, so are we going to use that Philosopher's Stone to conjure the Titan?
I guess that's the only way. The only leads we have now are the name of this city and the fairy tale about the dragon.
Thanatos is even more mysterious than I am.
Indeed. Even one as erudite as Anaxa could only point us to this place, and no further. We will be entering the unknown as soon as we take our first steps. But that won't be the first time in my long journeys. I believe that, rather than standing still, taking action is by far the better option. Perhaps fate might take pity on us today and show some compassion.
It's still early. Where to now?
Go back whence you came. Go back. Ahead lies the realm of the dead. Beautiful butterfly. Is it talking to us?
This is a eulogistic butterfly. They are found in places where many have met their demise. In Idonia, some think of them as manifestations of Thanatos' benevolence. By turning the lingering obsessions of the deceased into these creatures, it is as if the Titan has made life into a specimen. Others think of them as Thanatos' messengers that guide the departed to the nether realm.
The second theory sounds more believable. After all, the things they're saying are rather, direct.
Perhaps. But the fact that we're able to hear their whispers proves that we're fast approaching the realm of the dead. These shadowy figures. Are they illusions reflected by the River of Souls?
Mommy told us to go ahead first, but she's still not here yet. 1, 2, 3. I don't even know how many days have passed since then. Perhaps Mommy will be back once you finish counting the days on all 10 fingers. 1, 2, 3. It's been much longer than 10 days since we left Mommy.
Strange. For reflections in the River of Souls, they seem oddly animated.
Master, did that lady really lie to us? The Centurion personally instructed us to inlay the inscription into his shield, but now she's taken it away.
My child, that shield can never be cast, and there's no need for it anymore. Come, child. What is the name of that Centurion again? Actually, never mind. Forget I said that. I'll wait with you for her to come back. When that happens, you'll be able to keep making shields.
Don't be afraid, pal. Let's open our eyes wide, together.
Want to buy any fish?
Huh? He can see us?
Wait. More living people. I'm not selling my fish to living people. You lot are too shameless. Buying fish without paying. If I ever see her again, I will...
Could it be that you're all dead souls that never achieved rest.
The nether realm does not exist. Titan rejects you. Me.
So, do you want to buy any fish?
But there aren't any fish nearby.
Are the fish gone? The people are gone too. I can only keep selling fish. So, do you want to buy any fish?
Apologies. I don't have much in the way of savings, but perhaps there's another way for me to release you from your suffering. Please relax. May you fall asleep peacefully amid a gentle field of flowers.
This.
I knew it. These people aren't illusions. They're the souls of the deceased. They're supposed to reach the end of the west wind by floating down the river of souls. Yet, they have floundered upon the shoals of the stream, unable to move forward. Did Thanatos reject them? Or perhaps they didn't really die at all?
Why are you identifying as a dead person now? Don't give up on yourself!
I have no idea. This circumstance is completely unprecedented. Hang on. Didn't he say more living people? So that means he's seen other members of the living apart from us? Could it be that these souls are stuck here due to someone's deceit?
If something is done out of goodwill, are you really gonna call it deceit?
Goodwill? I can't see anything good out of... Wait a minute. Lady Cypher?
That's me. I still belong to the land of the living as of now. Thank you very much.
Could it be that you are the living being that those souls met?
I couldn't take their behavior anymore. So I stole some things here and made up some lies there. Just trying to give them something to look forward to, you know?
It's because of vile living creatures like you that we're being misunderstood by all of them.
What else am I supposed to do? You can see the mess this place is in. These poor souls are denied by the Netherrealm. So now they're stuck in a few brief moments of their life, unable to move forward or back. Did you see those two blacksmiths on the way? They've been here for as long as the sun's been around, wailing over and over about casting a shield. Styxia is so freaky.
Then why have you come back, Lady Cypher?
Hey, I'm not here to aid your adventure. I hate water more than anything else in this world, especially that stinky river of souls. But, I just discovered some stuff before I left, and I reckon you should know about it. It's about that boy who defied death. I found traces of him here.
Lord Mighty?
Oh, right! That's his name. Well, now you know. As for whether that info is actually useful, that's for you lot to figure out. So long, Princess Homebody. So long, Grey Mystery.
Huh? She disappeared just like that?
Lady Cypher has always been a free spirit. In any case, she has brought us some valuable information. If Lord Mighty is also somewhere along the river shoals right now, then he will certainly become our signpost. After all, he's different from those wandering souls. He will find his way, even in the realm of the dead.
Don't worry, it's time for me to shine. Ornyx's rune of recollection is nearby. Use prayers to return the river to before it got flooded.
Ornyx's miracle has appeared.
Amazing! It's like we're inside a giant bubble. Even the river got parted.
Is that all? Looks good.
Huh. So this path actually didn't exist back then?
There are wandering souls of the deceased here as well. We must first return to the present before we can communicate with them.
By the looks of it, you must be the foreign warriors that the Queen had mentioned, right? Since the current campaign requires the utmost care, I wasn't able to make time to welcome all of you. Please, forgive me.
Foreign warriors?
A priestess, a warrior, and a divine beast. You look identical to the blessed saviors that the Queen described.
A campaign? Who are you campaigning against?
Nobody knows, as of now. Of the scouts that went ahead, only one has managed to return. He says that the land ahead is a forbidden land that should not be approached, as it is the doorway between the netherworld and the mortal realm. As for the rest of the scouts, they've completely lost their souls and are decaying by the day. While there is still dissension within the city, the scholars agree that this calamity was so unprecedented that it needed to be given a new designation.
An unprecedented calamity. Could it be death?
It seems that you have indeed heard about this. Well, death is just one of the possibilities. It's too early to come to a definitive conclusion.
A world that has never seen death. Looks like these people lived in the era Chrysia before the Calamity Titans descended upon the land. May I ask, where is the scout who managed to come back?
So he returned to Styxia. He only had enough left in him to last no more than half a day. However, it was his intel that convinced us to rally together. He said that he witnessed the demonic specter of an evil dragon at that treacherous land. The apparition opened its giant maw and devoured everything in sight, and thus brought Styxia that thing called death.
Styxia. An evil dragon that brings death.
It all sounds rather familiar. Wait, wasn't this part of that fable?
Sir, could I ask how the Queen and Princess are doing?
The Queen? By the looks of it, you must be the foreign warriors that the Queen had mentioned, right?
Oh, it's the same lines. Looks like he's still trapped in the moments before his death.
Leave it to me. Sir, the war ended long ago. Styxia no longer exists.
Styxia is no more? This cannot stand! Newcomers, hurry up and go take your positions!
Oh, looks like it's difficult for this gentleman to accept reality.
Sir, I am the Maiden of War, sent here by the Queen herself. If you accept my blessing, then today's battle will be smooth sailing.
Maiden of War? I've never heard of this. There's little time to waste. Please don't take too long.
Don't worry. I'm typically unwilling to prolong such a moment.
Is it over? Have we won?
Cass, oh, are you...
I'm fine. I just didn't expect that I would still have to embalm others, even in the realm of the dead. Is this a remnant of his soul?
Well then, why should I place my trust in you, holy maiden from afar?
Wait, this is... I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Since the prophecy has already pronounced your name as Chrysos' heir of death, Akima ought to treat you as an esteemed guest. However, you seem to have no intentions of concealing your involvement with the Council of Elders, while most likely being aware of my issues against them.
I cannot deny your claim. It was the Council that offered this room to me, and they had only one request. They want the curse of death to be completely subjugated to your will. I was agreeable to that request.
But why?
I am unable to rid myself of this innate curse. However, from this day onward, I shall use it according to your will. I will never make any superfluous moves on my own.
I see. So that is how they plan to control the Flame Chase journey. They have shifted the heavy responsibility of granting death over to me. If I ever become obsessed with executing people, they will then have ample reason to terminate the Chrysos Heir's journey.
And yet, you seem to not mind. This is quite surprising to me.
That's because the fate that we were born with is a burden far heavier than that of an individual's life. I've woven many unforeseen events into the tapestry of fate. This is but one instance. Tidy up your precious garments and come with me. Akima welcomes you, Castoris.
I didn't think we'd find vestiges of memory here. Maybe they've got something to do with Oryx's rune?
Perhaps. But I do not need a reminder from them. This memory is one that I will never forget. I really want to repay her for that trust. But why would this memory appear right now? Is this really Oryx's power?